wax paper down on the bottom. So I like this little adapter here for biscuits. It kind of helps me get a good amount of glue down inside those slots. A lot easier. If you know of a better way, let me know. Share the knowledge. That's what we're trying to do here. Share the knowledge. Alright. So that takes care of that. Get my shoot. Okay. Now we'll just kind of shoot us a little bead down along here. Oh yeah, you got to make sure you remember which side's the top when you do this, so everything lines up, okay? Don't forget that. It's important. Good amount of glue. Don't want this to ever come apart. Of course, it's not going to be under much pressure, but I always try to do it complete. Okay. Glue up's like sanding. I don't always care much for it. But it's a necessary part. Okay. I'll cover on that. Alright, now we got all that done. We'll go ahead and slap these biscuits in here. Multiple sizes of biscuits. I picked zeros because it's not going to take up that much stress. Drop this down like so, and line them up, and in they'll go. Oops. And you got movement on these, just FYI. Okay. Whoops, too much. Try to get these where they should be. And we'll put our clamps on here. Be good to go. There we go. Pulled that guy in. And you guys have probably seen this kind of stuff forever, so I think I'll just let this, I'll just continue on doing this and I'll come back to you. Alright, so first board's getting glued up. Never can have enough clamps. But that should make it really nice and tight all the way across. Good seal. And we'll cut it to width and we'll run it through the planer just to make it all nice and smooth. Hey YouTube, how's it going? I'm doing cleanup. Got a mess. I haven't cleaned in a while since I've been doing videos, so I gotta get that done. But I did want to show you here. Showed you that poplar earlier. I jointed. I biscuit jointed a bunch of these boards together to make some really nice wide boards, and ran them through that guy. So now we've got some really nice wide boards for the headboard. So next now I've got to go ahead and cut these down so to length, and being how they are and with the Shopsmith, in order to cut these and be safe, I need to add some extension tables to make it work right, and move my everything to the left since these are so long and so heavy, you know, being this wide. So I'm going to set that up and show you how I go about that, just so you can see. I mean, if you've got one of these, you know, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we're kind of set up now, just so you can see what I've got. I just added my 2 extension tables onto the end because these boards are really long and quite wide. So this will give me the support that I need just to trim off the edges. I don't need to take a lot off, but on just the table saw itself, I couldn't have done this very easily at all. I'm using my extruded fence extension, and this gives me the ability to hold the board right here, so when I get ready to go through, it'll be a lot easier for me to slide along all of this to trim these off. Then, of course, when I get ready for these ones, these are actually 11.5 inches wide because of, you know, I put 2 of them together and I use those biscuit joints in there. This becomes even more difficult to do on the Shopsmith. It can be done, but it's really hard when you do these, especially if you're only going to try, you know, knock off the end of it a little bit, because you're now this side of the main table, and your miter gauge is not fully sitting on the tabletop anymore. So I'll show you a solution I have for that to give me that extra support on the infeed side, because that's where I need is the infeed to help hold the miter slot in place, or the miter gauge, not the slot. So anyway, this project is big as far as pieces.